Your attention is your property. I've thought about this concept for many years because it's so empowering to recognize at times in my life that when I'm down and discouraged and I'm getting sucked into drama, I'm not valuing my own focus. That I have the ability at any moment to choose what I'm going to focus on. I can be in a most horrific situation, and I've had very difficult situations in my life where all my attention can go towards this betrayal. All my attention can go towards this abandonment or this traumatic situation or this difficult legal situation or this difficult career situation. But in those moments when all my attention can be, and it's tempting to be drawn towards that thing because of my ego, because its job is to keep me safe. But because of that, I'm tempted to be sucked into anything that can be self-protection, but I still have the will to step out and talk to a good friend about what I'm going through and get a different perspective on it, to read a book and understand and get a different perspective on it, to spend some time praying, to go be around good people at church or good friends in a small group that I've been a part of for 20 years. I still have the ability to focus my attention. Your attention is your most valuable asset, and you can start taking it back. People talk about time management, but I don't like that term time management. I like the term attention management because I can time block and it can be effective. And I like that skill. I like being able to time block. So I have an hour for preparation for a presentation, or I have a half an hour for preparing for a client, or I have a half day to prepare for some kind of a event, a workshop potentially that I have in my job, in my career. And when I time block, I'm thinking, well, I blocked this out for this activity, but I don't necessarily have to even do it because my time's blocked out. But no one's gonna know. No one's gonna know whether I'm really focusing on preparing. I'm in my office, man, and I have my door shut, and who's gonna know? But if I think attention management, then that limited attention that I have. Now, that's how you know what someone's values are. It's what they pay attention to the most. If somebody says they love their family, yet they pay more attention to the stock market and the golf course and their business, then you may wonder really what they love the most. For where your attention is, there your heart goes. There's your value system. Things are reflected by that. So your attention goes to those things that you find valuable. You can channel your attention, and you may not be acting like your attention is actually your asset. You may be acting like it's someone else's asset because people in marketing and marketers and businesses and corporations, they know and they believe that your attention is their asset. I recently finished a book called No Rules Rules by Reed Hastings. And it's a great book. It's about Netflix and the management philosophy at Netflix. Excellent book. I thought it was really great. I will tell you that I had trouble reading this book at times because I thought, well, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the content on Netflix because I believe that some of these technology companies, their number one objective is to get as much attention from a consumer as possible, regardless of the consequences to that person's life. Any consideration to the fact with algorithms and with marketing strategies, and that some of that may not be moral. I'm not a subscriber of Netflix for this reason because I find that people, and I've seen people, and I can get consumed, and I have been consumed at times in my life with binge watching TV, and I don't want the temptation. Now, the problem I have is like the goal of these companies, whether it's YouTube, which I use, or Facebook, which I use professionally and personally a little bit, their goal is to get as much of your attention as possible. Yet your goal should be to give as little attention as only the minimal attention that would be necessary to get information or to gather connections with family and friends, or in the case of YouTube, gain the educational content, not the brain wasting, mind wasting, ADD creating type of content that I find that people can get consumed by because they're very good at it. They're smarter than we are. So we want to be very careful.